Welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history. Welcome to Miz TV.
Hey, TBK here. We got NXT Vengeance Day 2024 Premium Live event. Got the results here. NXT Vengeance Day post-show results. So the event just ended not too long ago. Thank you all for coming out to the red carpet ring. Also, I am on X right now as well. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go over each match. Go over results of each match. Let's see what happened. Then later on, we'll have the final rating. So the first match is NXT was today, February 4th. First match we got is Bron Breakker and Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin. They win the Dusty Cup. They will get NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity versus the Family. But I know we had a little hiccup during the match. We had Bron Breakker had a little accident. He got caught in the ropes during the match. Needs to slow down. I know he was going with Melo. Got his head caught in the rope. And, he got his head caught in there, but he was okay. I think I saw him bleeding a little bit from that. And I think I noticed too with Trick Williams, he caught a neck breaker, but didn't really catch all the way on Bron Breakker. But this was a good way to kick off the whole NXT Vengeance Day event. As we see, these guys, they brought it. Melo and Trick tried everything they could, but they could not get it. And it ended up being Bron and Baron ended up winning the whole thing. They won the Dusty Cup. Like I said, they're going to get the NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity versus the Family, who are currently the NXT Tag Team Champions. So it's official that they have won. This was a good match, though. I like how these guys kicked it off. They're going to have a celebration, it says, on next episode of NXT. Despite the celebration of Bron Breakker supposed to be going to SmackDown or Raw. But I said that in my predictions video, I didn't know who was going to win. But Bron, he brought it. He did some good moves with Melo. Very agile. Like I say, he's still a little stiff around the edge on some parts. But he's pretty much good everywhere else. They're still ready for the main roster. I just wouldn't push him to be put in the main event scene, which I know they won't right away. But this was a good match. I like how these guys brought it. It was a good Bron and Melo. I figured that, they may not have won. But at the end of the match, I like is when Trick moved out the way and Bron speared Melo. And that's how they got the 1, 2, 3. That was the finish of that match. But like I said, we got I don't know if they're going to win the tag team championships or not moving forward. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Like I said, Bron Breakker's supposed to be going to the main roster still. We just saw him on SmackDown. Then he says he's going to be on Raw. I don't know. You're on pretty much every show. You get Friday Night SmackDown. Tonight NXT Vengeance Day. Tomorrow Monday Night Raw possibly. Where does Bron Breakker go from here? What does he do? Is it main roster or are you going to stay on NXT, compete for the tag team belts? If I had to guess, they may lose those belts. They're going to lose. They're not going to win. If he's going to go to main roster, they'll go to the finals, but they're going to lose more than likely. I can't see how they're going to win this. At least I don't see it, but I could be wrong. Some of my predictions off tonight, but some were on. And I said, too, this match was kind of spotty. I said that earlier as well. Like, what's going to happen? What's the next move? What are they going to do? And it seemed like they decided to go with Bron and Baron, which had a great chemistry. And these guys are definitely in there. And they're going to face the family. I don't know what's going to be on the next NXT. I guess this next upcoming episode of NXT, because the next episode we have is Roadblock. Roadblock, I know, is coming up soon. I know Roadblock's coming up soon, so I don't know what's going to happen with that next. I don't know where they're going to go from here, but I do know congratulations to Ron and Baron, because they were on the same page and they clicked very, very well. Definitely clicked very well. So we're going to definitely see where they're going to go from here. I like the family. They're great tag team champs. But we're going to definitely see what's going to happen next. But that is the kickoff match. I like this match. Very good. And at the end of this whole thing, I'm going to give my final grading. Now, the next match we got on the card. Let's see if the next one we have. You know, we had Dijak versus Joe Gacy. That's the match we have for this one. Now, this match, I said that Dijak needs to win. He needs to stop losing so much. And it turns out my prediction on this match was actually right. He is the winner. So Dijak won, and he is done taking L's. Dijak's done taking L's. I like one part in the match where it was near falls the whole match. You thought that Dijak was going to get the win, but he didn't. You thought Joe Gacy was going to get the win. He didn't. So it was good between these guys. Joe Gacy, I saw that he's kind of giving me Bray Wyatt vibes with the whole in the turnbuckle. But like I said, this was great. Great match between these guys as well. I liked how these guys worked well together. Dijak's a very good, solid big man. Like I said, he was on the main roster, part of the whole Retribution mess, which didn't go nowhere. But also, he did come back to NXT. But I'm glad that Dijak won. But what got me was he had the tape over his face, and Dijak still his finish on Joe Gacy. I thought that was lit. That was lit right there. Definitely lit. He definitely did his thing. And like I said, I like Joe Gacy too. You thought times he was going to win, but he came up short. But like I said, definitely good match by these guys. Another good match I like in the books. Like I said, I like the spot here where they had, Joe Gacy put the, little action figure toys here on the table. And I like how both of these guys just used the right spots at the right time. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's Dijak that won. He got the L during the match. He got the W during the match. I'm sorry. He's not taking L's. He was taking on so much, got me saying he was took an L. He took a win. So I don't know what's going to happen with Dijak next, who he's going to feud with. Joe Gacy may, because Joe Gacy was smiling in the middle of the ring when he lost. So I don't know if we're going to get if Joe Gacy may want a match. I don't know. That's the question. Will there be a part 2? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if this feud will continue on. It's a possibility it may or may not continue on because, like I said, Joe Gacy, he was not done with Dijak despite taking the L tonight. We could get another part 2 of this. Expect Joe Gacy to try to maybe play mind games with Dijak some more like he did previously, and maybe attack him from behind, or at least tease it. So I don't see this feud being over. And so maybe Joe Gacy will get the win this time. If not, then Dijak moves on to a brand new feud. So like I said, solid match with those guys. Between Dijak and Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy really first match since the whole schism thing fell through, and Grizzled Young Veterans in TNA. And Ava Raine is a GM for NXT. So let's see what else happens. We got the Family here versus OTM mixed person tag match. This match was, I had no high expectations for this match. The mixed tag. The Family did put the NXT tag team belts on the line. And this was nothing to go crazy over. So, but they had their little spot right here where Stacks was getting whooped the whole match, and I feel like Tony D was carrying him through half the match. He was getting beat up. They was giving it to him. And Rizzo did what she jumped and had a good spot. Jaida Parker did her thing too. Well, as the OTM guys. But other than that, despite all of that, Channing Stacks getting whooped up and everything else for that matter. It turned out that Family wins this match as I predicted, and they are the winners of this match. So the winners is the Family, which is Tony D'Angelo, the Donna of NXT, Channing Stacks, and Adrianna Rizzo. So that's the match for that. It was a solid match. Nothing to go crazy over. It was okay. It was average match. It wasn't terrible. It was just average. I had no high expectations on a mixed tag team match anyway. At least that's how I see it. But like I said, not a bad match. Now let's see, we got another match coming up. And another match we have, which is one of the 3 championship matches of the NXT Vengeance Day. Now we have some backstage segments of Chase U being back in business, and the whole Lexus King, doing what he do and everything else. But meanwhile, like I said, the next match we had going on, this will be the 4th match on the card, and it's Oba Femi. Man, this dude is huge. He gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I just want to say that for the record. But he faced off Dragon Lee. He gets his rematch for the NXT North American Championship. They lost a couple weeks ago, and this match was exactly how I thought it was gonna go down, which is so obvious. And it was Oba Femi retains. He retains his championship. He retained the title. Good spot here. I will give it to Dragon Lee. He brought the fight to him. He gave it to Mr. Oba Femi. He gave him the fight. And we see that as in this still right here, because he had the man in midair. He picked up and powerbombed him. So he brought the fight to Oba Femi. He did not go down without a fight. He did whatever he could, but like I said, at the end of the day, he went down so like I thought it would go down. This dude is a force. He just won the NXT Breakout tournament. He just won the NXT North American Championship. There was no way he was going to lose his belt, especially this early in the game. He going to have that belt for a minute. And we got Oba Femi still retaining, still NXT North American champion. So he's good. He's solid. So I salute, like I said, him and Dragon Lee did that thing. I believe the whole Dragon Lee feud will be over. I don't know who this next feud will be. Maybe you guys will know in the live chat. On playback, who's the next feud for Oba Femi? I do see a future feud, and I said this. I could see him possibly, and this is possibly. I could see him possibly going up against Trick Williams. I would like to see that because they're two big guys. It's just he's big, taller than Trick, but definitely got the muscle. I definitely would like to see how that would go down. That would be amazing if these guys had a one-on-one match, had a feud at least. I would definitely like to see that, see how that go. But Oba Femi, he's gonna be like I said, he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. He's gonna be someone you don't want to mess with at all. He's doing his thing, definitely doing his thing. So, but yeah, Oba Femi, he is still the NXT North American champion. He's gonna be a great North American champion. Now, want to mess with this dude, he will tear you down. I can't see nobody mess with this dude right now. Nobody. Nobody's gonna mess with this dude. So watch out for Oba Femi. He's definitely someone to watch out in the future. Right now, and definitely future for main roster. Like I said, Shawn Michaels already said that he can main event WrestleMania one day. So that may become reality. Do not sleep on this guy. I know he just got here, but he's already making a huge impact. But that was a great match as well. Now we get into the main titles. We get into the women's and men's NXT championship matches. Now we got Roxanne versus Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship. We have that right now. So we're going to see who wins this match. Now this one, I thought, I had Roxanne winning. I had her winning this match. I had Roxanne going in winning. But we got hit with a little curveball. And what I mean by the curveball is we got Lola Vice. She cashed in her NXT Breakout Championship, Breakout Tournament contract during the match and made it a triple threat match. This is her trying to cash it in. And then Lyra versus Roxanne became a triple threat if you want to add Lola Vice to the mix. So it became those three. Still great championship. And I know Roxanne's like, what's going on. She was getting ready and everything, ready for the match. And then I know during the match, she had Lyra beat until Lola music came out and hit with the contrast. So it sounded like the NXT Breakout Tournament Championship is pretty much like their version of the Money in the Bank. That's the best way to put it. NXT Breakout Tournament contract is, like I said, it's pretty much similar to the Money Bank contract. I don't know. I think it is maybe 365 days. But that contract is similar to the Money Bank contract for the main roster. I'm not fooled. That's what it is. I know it came out 2019. The contract started when 22. It's still a relatively new thing. But they definitely fooled us when they hit us with the swerve. Like I said, it was a good match. Roxanne did the Russian leg sweep on two women, Lola and Lyra. Roxanne did that sweep, good, but it became, at the end of the day, despite Roxanne putting up the best fight she could, despite Lola coming in, cashing her NXT Breakout Tournament contract, despite all of that, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it was Lyra that retained her championship. So Lyra, yes, she is still the women's NXT champion. So she won that, That was a great match too. Like I said, I like that match as well. She retains the championship. Now, with that being said, I don't know who her next feud will be since she beat Roxanne. Roxanne may try to get another rematch. Lola may try to get a one-on-one rematch. I don't know, because Roxanne did not get the one-on-one she thought she was going to get. Expect something to steam up on next Tuesday, NXT. Now, with that being said, Despite, Lyra winning, the whole thing, she may have a new feud coming up herself. The thing about it is, it's another feud that's going to steam up, and it's starting, and it kicked off good, very good later this evening. It's a good feud going on, and I think it'll be maybe one of the top feuds for the roster for all we know. I mean, for the NXT roster for all we know. It's a possibility. I could definitely see that happening because you never know what's going to happen next. But it's a good storytelling. It's a good way to build it up. Very good way to build it up. And what I mean by that is we're going to have a future feud of Lola versus Roxanne because they attacked each other backstage. They were swinging. They were taking each other to the back. They got broken by officials. So even though Lyra's still champ, these two are going to go at it still. So I definitely see that happening. I would not be surprised. Definitely going to go down. Lyra is, she got her championship, but Lola and Roxanne are not done. And the reason I say that, it still ties in to Lyra. My question is, Roxanne would have won one for the cash in. Roxanne had Lyra pinned to the mat, and my pick was originally Roxanne Perez to become the new NXT Women's Champion. She could have beat her. Roxanne did a thing, and so did Lyra. Great performance by these three ladies tonight. Great match. I think Roxanne would have won. But like I said, we see a future feud between these two, and it's going to definitely steam up with. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen this Tuesday, and then we got Roadblock coming up. Roadblock's coming up as well, so definitely. Then we get the main event. So the main event now is we got Trick Williams, second time performing tonight. So it's Trick versus Ilya for the NXT Championship. So this is the match that Trick was supposed to get a while back. He got this match by winning the Iron Survivor Challenge back at Deadline in December. He had the best comeback. He was like in points. He was down, and he got like 3-4 points within a matter of minutes. So he definitely earned his spot for the NXT Championship. But Ilya, had to reschedule it. It's supposed to be a New Year's Evil, and it got rescheduled for NXT Vengeance Day. Storyline, Ilya was hurt. But anyway, these guys tore the house down. I'm just gonna say it right now. They tore the house down. I can't think of one bad thing happened. Trick was ready. He came out. We had Melo out with him. They was coming out together. Trick and Melo Gang. But Trick gave it to him. Them guys gave it to each other every step of the way. I would say it's the best match of Trick Williams' career. Definitely the best match of his career. I don't see it going any other way. Trick, he caught Ilya midair, and then at one point, both of these guys bumped each other. They both knocked each other out. Also, it was great storytelling in this match, not just Ilya and Trick. Also, Melo was in the mix. What I mean by that, if you pay attention, this is still right here. This still later on, I will explain. We got the still here. We got Carmelo. He swung at Ilya. Trick had a ankle leg during the match. Melo swung against Ilya, and then he missed. Ilya hit Melo back of the head, and he bumped into Melo. He bumped into Trick, and it caused Trick, need to go down. So he gets the bum leg during match, and this is a game changer. You're going to see why this spot here is the game changer. So this was outside the ring. I know at one point Melo tried to talk to the officials. Melo, while he was doing that, Trick had Ilya down 1, 2, 3, count all the way to 10, whatever, for that matter. But both these guys had near falls. It was just non-stop with these boys, man. Non-stop with these guys. I mean, Trick just gave him everything he had. He gave Ilya everything he had. And Ilya gave him everything he had. Like I said, best match this career, bar none. I did not have Ilya losing this match. I had him retain his championship. I knew that something funny would happen with the whole beginning matchup for the Dusty Cup. I didn't think that would position Melo and Trick to win that match. And I think that would bring down momentum for him in this match for the championship match. So with that being said, I didn't see that happening. So what happened was, the next thing that happened, Trick, we thought he would have got the win, but Ilya he brought Iron Ilya pretty much, and it turned out I was right all along. Ilya retained the NXT Championship. He is still the champion. Ilya he did not lose tonight, and I didn't think he would. He retained. He put up the fight. He hit his move, the elbow move. I forgot the name of it, like 3-4 times. And Melo, saw that in disgust, like, oh man, and I knew some major was going to happen following this match. But Ilya was a great champion. He put up a fight. He's beaten everyone that brought against him. He beat Melo twice. He beat Trick tonight. He beat Baron Corbin. I believe he beat plenty of people on the roster. He's had the belt since NXT No Mercy. He beat Melo for the belt. But meanwhile, while Ilya is done, we think everything's gonna be good between Trick Melo Gang. We always got Trick Melo Gang. Little did I know, it's another thing. I called it. I knew this was gonna happen. He got it. It happened. Finally happened. Melo turns heel, attack Trick Williams after the match. So we got Melo attacking Trick. He hit him in that same bum knee that I showed earlier in the match, where he inadvertently knocked Trick Williams down while he was coming at Ilya, swung at him, missed. Ilya hit him, bumping him, and Trick. It's always, I know for the past couple months now, it's always Melo bumping into Trick, always an accident. And now we know, as I said all along, who attacked Trick Williams months ago, back in October. It was Melo. I knew it was happening, and I showed you that leather jacket. That's a heel leather jacket. That's a reminiscent leather jacket. And I knew that was going to happen with him tonight. I knew that was going to happen when he was going to turn. I knew that was going to happen tonight with Melo, and Melo's going to just make that move tonight. I knew that will eventually go down like that. Now, for those who don't know, why am I talking about this leather jacket so much? Why? It's reminiscent of Shawn Michaels when he turned on Marginetti. Look, the same, similar style. He had the Brutus Beefcake Barbershop back in 1992. So that's what this reminded me of. Boom. Look very, very strikingly similar. That is Dead Man Walking heel jacket. Well, meanwhile, like I said, he attacked the bum knee, and we're finally we expect a future feud, Trick versus Melo. This is going to be a feud. This is going now in the top feuds of fans become foes. Think of Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Think of Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. This is along the lines of that. And they were never tag team champs, but they've been aligned with each other for quite some time, for several years now. We're going to get the Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso kind of feud. If they book it right, which I know they will, it could be a very, very memorable feud going down in history in NXT. I call it right now. Could be one of the feuds. And Melo's not playing. He hit him with the chair afterwards. He sat up with the chair. And I know the crowd got so bad. The crowd was booing Melo, and the crowd really wanted Trick to win. They really wanted him to win, but we know that wasn't going to happen. And the crowd got so bad with Melo, they were just yelling at him and everything, So yeah, it was bad tonight, very bad. Bad night for Mr. Trick Williams. But yeah, crowd yells. They yelled at Carmelo when that happened. It got so bad. They loved Trick so much. It was over. The crowd yelled "F you" to Carmelo Hayes. They yelled that. They booed him everything. So Carmelo's a heel again. He just became babyface last year. After he won the belt, the NXT Championship from Bron Breakker and Liver. And we're going to get the feud. It's going to be Carmelo versus Trick Williams. No more Trick Melo Gang. And he pulled the whole TMG Trick Melo Gang like the shirt. Similar to how Shawn Michaels did the barbershop scene. That's why I showed that jacket of Shawn Michaels. So, yeah, that's it. Now, yeah, it's bad. It was a bad one, man. I mean, like I said, but of course, great feud tonight that they were building. They built some stories. They built Carmelo versus Trick, and then Lola versus Roxanne. So they built all of that tonight. So I'm happy about that as well. We got NXT Tuesday, the Dusty Cup. We got Bron and Baron. See where they're gonna go. They're gonna face the family for the belts. So remember, we got that coming up. We got these guys coming up too. So I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with this, following this whole feud for the tag team for the belts. I'd like to see what happens next with that. It'll be interesting. But also, not only that'll be interesting as well, we do have something else coming up. That would be, I want to say, March. We got NXT Roadblock March 5th. It will be a USA exclusive, non-Peacock PLE. It will be USA Network only. So they announced it tonight. Roadblock March 5th. It's funny because I guess Booker T was out. Wade Barrett is normally, he just got moved to SmackDown with Corey Graves. That's the new announced team following the release of Kevin Patrick and Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee on Monday Night Raw. But Wade Barrett, I don't know if Booker T, he was standing for Booker T. I didn't see much of the pre-show, but he normally does not do NXT anymore. He's SmackDown. Maybe he filled it for Booker T. I didn't watch the pre-show. I was pretty much in for the whole main event. But other than that, though, that's the next thing coming up, and it was a great turnout tonight. We got a lot of new feuds coming, a lot of new rivalries, a lot of new stories being told. We did not crown any new champions. All champions retained, but that don't mean that nothing's going to heat up at Roadblock, and especially Stand Deliver at WrestleMania weekend at April 6th weekend, 5th, 6th weekend. But I got to do a final grading on this. The final grading I'll have for the NXT event. Let's see what happens with the whole final grading for this whole show. This show tonight. So my final grading, what do I grade the NXT Vengeance Day 2024? What is my final grade for this? My final grade would be 5 out of 5, without a shadow of a doubt. There's nothing it's not too many bad spots I can see what happened. Now we gotta remember NXT, as great as they are, they're still a developmental show. They're not the main roster. We had the little botch thing with Bron Breakker. You know, the family match is probably the least favorite match, the 6 mixed tag against OTM. But I like I said, I had no expectations for that match. But this was a great PLE. This Vengeance Day, and I think Ava Rain, the NXT General Manager, said it tonight, that the ticket sales outsold the ticket sales from last year. So that's great too. The NXT Vengeance Day did great numbers from what I've heard. That's what she said. I don't think she gave the exact numbers, but I know, you know, they outsold last year's numbers. So, like I said, something's being done right. Something being done right if the NXT 2024 outsold last year 2023 ticket sales. So, definitely something done right. But it was the first time also, it was in Clarksville, Tennessee. So, like I said, it's well deserved. That crowd was into it tonight, especially during the main event. You know, Trick is over like crazy. He's gonna have a great feud with Melo. He put on a astounding performance against Ilya. Him and Ilya did a great job. They tore the house down. I could see that's being a match of the year candidate. It was non-stop, but like I said, they did very well tonight. Very, very well tonight. Roxanne's going to have a feud, also a future feud with her and Lola. Lola could go off how she cashed in, didn't win. Roxanne stopped her. Then Roxanne could say Lola stopped her. So they're going to have a great feud. Expect that to go on to a Roadblock or maybe even Stand Deliver. But I'm curious to see who will be Lyra's new challenger, you know, since she retained tonight, as well as Ilya Dragunov, because they need new challengers. I think Roxanne and Lola going to both want their one-on-one match, just one-on-one, and I think they're going to have to go through each other, meaning Roxanne and Lola to get to Lyra for a one-on-one match. But until then, somebody's going to, you know, challenge Lyra. And also another reason Lyra retained too is that Tatum Paxley, she interfered and attacked Roxanne too. But other than that, though, great event. I love how all the competitors, men and women, put on a great show. They did not disappoint me. NXT never disappointed me when it comes to PLE events. So, congrats to all the people that was there on their performance and put on a hell of a show for the NXT fans and for all of us that's watched the show tonight. You know, definitely well deserved. And like I said, I will tune in Tuesday for NXT and see where do they go from here and how do they continue on with the stories of everybody. Going from the NXT Tag Team Dusty Classic winners, Braun and Baron, fighting for the belts, all the way to the new feuds. So we'll see what happens next. And that's all I have for NXT Vengeance Day 2024 Premium Live event. You guys in the live chat, and also on the playback, you let me know what you think of the show tonight and what you think of. Did you have your top picks of people that you wanted to win, or you had people that you not expect to win? Because we did get thrown some swerves tonight. I didn't expect Lola Vice to cash in the NXT Breakout tournament contract. Did not expect even Braun and Baron to win like that, but they put on a great show. That was a great opening match. Well, like I said, great event tonight. All these competitors deserve a round of applause for what they've done. You know, job well done. All right. The next two videos that come up for YouTube, we will have first video. It's going to be She's Champ for almost a year, the next challenger. Second video will be NXT Vengeance Day 2024 Premium Live Event Match Predictions. Until then, It is OUT.